All right. So I do got one more thing prepared. I got some clips prepared for how Sting and Jericho ended up on this card, because Sting is retiring soon. So the story, to me, starts on AEW Collision. As some of you guys know, Kenny Omega has got diverticulitis. So he's out, and him and Jericho are supposed to be the next in line to face Ricky Starks and Big Bill for the Tag Team Championships. So now Jericho has no partner, so this is going to be what Big Bill and Ricky Starks had to say about it.
Here with the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Big Bill, Ricky Starks. As we know, you guys were scheduled to face the Golden Jets, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega at World's End. But as we've learned, Kenny Omega is indefinitely out. So where do you guys go from here?
Kenny Omega, apparently you have diverticulitis. First of all, that sounds made up. My Uncle Joe has gingivitis, and he's doing just fine. So let me tell you what I think's really happening here. I think you are afraid to face the greatest tag team in the history of professional wrestling.
That's us. That's who he's talking about. Kenny Omega, you don't have the guts to face us, okay?
Oh,
yeah, I got him lined up, baby. So therefore, you and Chris forfeit your match at World's End against me and Big Bill. So that leaves us to go and party in New York City.
Guts.
So Jericho's going to come out and he's going to say that he's going to find a partner. But I'm going to move on from that. This is from Collision. This was Collision on the 23rd. So I'm going to move on to Dynamite the 27th, when, kind of completely unrelated, but Shivani's in the ring to introduce the Don Callis family for an in-ring promo. And Don Callis comes with his guys that he's recruited, Hobbs, Fletcher, Konosuke. He does this thing where he gives people gifts of like pictures, like AI pictures, like cool looking pictures. You know, Vlad, you were thinking about a gift to get that girl you're dating? How about an AI picture? Like, get her picture and make it look like
a picture of Don Callis. Looking all buff.
Yeah, this one he's with Fletcher beating up kangaroos in Australia. So the thing that makes this connect to Chris Jericho is that Sammy Guevara comes out, who had turned on Jericho to join the Don Callis family, but he's been out for a while with a concussion, and he kind of confronts Don Callis about it, although they did make a picture for him too, with him and his new baby. And he got offended that they used the baby in the picture, although it was kind of cute. But he's pissed about that. Listen to the end of this, and this is going to be the end of Sammy Guevara's involvement with the Don Callis family.
Supporting you. And Sammy, I mean, let's be honest, you're not exactly mentally capable of being a parent. You're going to need all the help you can get, so we're here for you.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
You're worried about my parenting when you need to be worried about leading this group. I mean, we got Will Hobbs, who beat Chris Jericho. We got Big Take, who beat Kenny Omega twice. But these people don't remember it because you make everything about you.
That's true. That's true.
You know, I've had people that I would never expect asking me how I'm doing when I got concussed. But you know who I never got a message from? You.
Okay, I just gave you a present, but you want to shoot on me? Okay, here it is. You're disappointed that I didn't call you. Let me talk about my disappointment, Sammy. I'm disappointed that you dropped the ball when you got hurt and blew the greatest opportunity you ever had. I'm disappointed that you didn't show up for work for 5 months because you were hurt and having babies and on maternity leave. So, let's get down to brass tacks. You have a choice to make. You either choose the other family, or you choose the Don Callis family.
He has to choose between his wife and kid or Don Callis. So let's see what it says.
What a choice.
But, Sammy, I know you're a hothead, but before you answer, I want you to think about this. Think very carefully about this answer, because if you answer wrong, you are going to be remembered as just as big a failure as a wrestler as you're about to be as a parent.
Oh, and that's it.
Oh, boy.
And that's the end. So this is a vehicle, I guess. I don't know if they were really gonna take Sammy away from the Don Callis family, but I think with the Kenny Omega injury, this is a vehicle to get Sammy back with Chris Jericho, because he needs a partner. I don't know what you guys think about that. I'm kind of excited about Les Sex Gods finishing their story and becoming AEW Tag Team Champions. They almost did it early on in AEW. They had a tag team title shot, but they didn't win it. So I think that should have been the pay-per-view match, was just them two against Starks and Big Bill, but that's not what ended up happening. They're going to shake hands. Or they're going to hug, actually.
They're going to give the people what they want.
They're going to hug, yeah. I'm very dramatic. Extending their hands like they're going to just shake hands, but of course this is AEW, so you have to give the people what they want. And that's when Starks and Big Bill come in. Alright, so then they're going to leave him laying, and they're going to need some help because this is going to be a beatdown unless somebody helps. And the lights go out, and it's the House of Black. What?
What? It could have been the House of Black.
I thought it was the House of Black. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? But it turns out it's Sting and Darby. So they make it a 8-man tag for the pay-per-view. Sting and Darby and Jericho and Sammy against Big Bill, Ricky Starks. Big Bill, Ricky Starks, and 2 guys from the Don Callis family.
Oh, gotcha.
That's how they got Sting on the card, because this is going to be one of his final matches. But anyways, it's just an attraction. I don't really care who wins. I think the good guys will probably win that one, especially since it's one of Sting's final matches. But we don't really need predictions.